Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have sporting legend, skateboarder, Paralympian, and I believe you've done some wrestling as well. Anthony Ferraro, say hi.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I once was a wrestler.
I was looking
Um,
through some notes on you this morning, and it said you were college champion,
no, high school, but
high
there
school.
was a whole like documentary done about my high school journey of being a blind wrestler, wrestling sighted people.
Oh, that's amazing. I did judo growing up,
That's
and
what I do for the Paralympics.
Uh, I think I did it for a few years. I think I got to blue belt, um,
Nice.
but I never
Yeah,
pursued.
UK judo is some of the best. Right now, like UK para judo especially, it's some of the best judo.
I think it's too late for me now.
Yeah, maybe not.
I'm nearly 40.
Doesn't matter. You're as young as you say you're as young as you feel.
So, yeah, tell us a little bit. Tell us your story, if you will, a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. I am 30 years old. I was born blind with a degenerative eye condition called Leber's congenital amaurosis. Grew up in a big family down by the beach in New Jersey. Um, Youngest of five, but one of 65 cousins that all lived around the area, and never really got treated much differently, like in terms of my cousins and stuff. And grew up skateboarding and surfing and riding bikes until I started hitting parked cars, and then it was time to get off the bike. Yeah, I grew up. I went to a school for the blind until sixth, seventh grade, and then transferred to the public school. Started wrestling. Was terrible. I think I was 2-12 my first year, and one of the wins was you just go out and get your hand raised, and then I started going to a wrestling club, doing tournaments every weekend, and in eighth grade I was undefeated, and I was accepted to a high school that both my older brothers went to. But in eighth grade, I got a letter saying you're no longer accepted. We don't want to have to provide any accommodations for you academically or environmentally. So that was pretty tough. And then I ended up going to another high school where, I did well for myself. I wrestled a lot, and I had like over 120 wins in high school. And I then, I graduated high school. I did a bunch of things. Went to college for a couple years. Got a bad concussion. Moved to California. Lived there, and then eventually got in. The the Olympic Committee reached out to me and asked. They saw my documentary and asked if I would consider training judo. Um, so that's what I started doing, like nonstop traveling the world and training and trying to get good at this whole new sport. And um, I'm also a musician. I was I play guitar and sing. I skateboarded at this past Olympics doing a demo for adaptive skateboarding, trying to get that into the Paralympics. So that was really incredible experience. I got married and started social media with my wife because I was so sick and tired during the pandemic of all this like negativity, out there and stuff. And I was just like really bummed out. Everyone like bashing each other and stuff. And I was like, how can I create some kind of positivity during, this crazy time? And um, started making videos, like introducing myself, who I was, what I do, and all this stuff. And then my wife would film and edit, and they started going super viral at a time, and just kept rolling with it, and making content showing how I live my life as a blind person, doing all these sports and how I cook and clean, just like everyday tasks even. And then it just kept going, getting bigger and bigger, and really blessed with what we've built together. And now we have a beautiful daughter, and it's been an incredible journey.
That's amazing. Your early life sounds very similar to mine, actually. I'm one of five brothers. My parents never really treated me any differently. Um, we were lucky enough to live somewhere where there was a huge playing field right outside our house. So I learnt to, as you did, ride a bike, um, climb. I was out climbing trees and
Yeah, I grew
just.
up on a dead end, so I was really lucky. There was not many cars going through.
I mean, you could walk out of our front door and straight onto this huge open space. So I mean,
That's
I
amazing.
collided with a few things on the bike, but
Yeah,
sighted kids do that too, you know.
yeah.
um, I never got into skateboarding. I tried. I've never been able to do it. I inline skated for a few years, but I think that's probably why I have such bad knees now. But um, never managed skateboarding. It's just I don't know what it was, but it's just something I could never do.
Yeah,
Where
skateboarding's a tough one. I think I just had no choice because I grew up around it.
is there any advice you'd give to any blind viewers of how they might go about getting into skateboarding as a blind person?
Yeah, I mean, just get a skateboard and start pushing around. Use your cane on your skateboard to feel what's in front of you. It really helps. Get a balance board. Just know that falling is a part of it, though. So you're gonna fall a lot, but it's one of those things you have to love it, because like anything in life, if you want to get good at something, you really have to go through some trials and tribulations.
Fair enough. Yeah. It never occurred to me to use a long cane at the same time. I never did that when I was inline skating either, and that's probably would have been a good idea.
Well, see, I didn't know this either, and I used to skateboard without my cane, and I would skate like a half pipe because that was all I felt like I could do because I would map it out and then kind of know what's around in my head. And then in 2020, I there was a big meetup with some blind skateboarders in America in Michigan, and I got to meet like these awesome guys like Dan Mancina, Justin Bishop, Nick Mullins, the Blind Thrasher, all these people, and we had such an incredible week together, like skateboarding and learning from each other. And I learned from Dan, especially how to use the cane, and he showed me how I can like grind ledges and stuff using my cane, like helping me find features and going and doing like street tricks instead of just the half pipe. And it opened up a whole new world for me, and it was very awesome. There's now competitions in skateboarding with adaptive divisions. So there's like, you know, blind people with limb difference, all types of disabilities, and it's really amazing to see. Like these guys are incredible, and you get to. I've competed in Brazil just recently. It was in Rio de Janeiro. It was really incredible. Just getting to be a part of this, basically a movement. It's like something new. So, like this whole adaptive skateboarding world.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Um, Tell us a little bit about the Olympics, because when I was at um, what you would call high school over there, I got really into goalball to the point where I was perhaps good enough. I tried out for I went to the early tryouts for what year would it have been? Uh, 2008, possibly, um, if that lines up. I went to the goalball tryouts for the UK team, but
Hmm.
unfortunately, the night before, I developed a really like a fever to the point where I was delirious.
Oh
I went
no.
anyway. Um, didn't perform very well, and unfortunately, the organisers thought I had a hangover, which is really unfair because you know it could easily have been true, but on this occasion, it
Yeah.
wasn't. Um, the UK goalball scene, and any tournament that lasts more than a day, um, the winners on the next day are not the best goalball players. They are the goalball players who can play best with a hangover. Um, but no, I didn't make it, and I kind of became a little disillusioned after that. Um, and then I dropped a rack amplifier on my foot, and which
Oof.
split it right down to the bone. So I was spending 2 or 3 hours a day in the gym at that point, and that put me out for 3 months, 4 months probably, and I just
Oof.
never really got back into sport in the same way. I guess perhaps I think I just don't have the dedication. I was reasonably good at blind cricket as well,
Wow. I
but
never played cricket.
no,
No, I wouldn't even know how.
yeah, I guess like it's kind of like baseball, um, but it takes a lot longer. Cricket games can go
Right.
on for days.
Oh, wow.
Um, but yeah, I
I
was
I get what you're saying because I had I was really close to going to Paris for judo for the Paralympics, and about in the Pan American Games in Chile um in November before the Olympics. I was there and I was fighting really well and I tore my ACL in my knee
oof,
and I didn't realize that I did it and I completed the tournament and my knee just kept popping out. It was really bad. And I, was in denial for a couple months and then I finally got the surgery. And after the surgery it was really tough to like get motivated again. Like I'm still struggling with that getting back into like full swing of things and it's it's tough after like a rough injury, you know, to really want to do it again.
yeah. Once you get you know yourself, once you get sort of the that buzz when you're going to the gym, and you start to feel bad if you don't go, you know.
Yeah, and then you
Um,
kind of fall into this habit of, well, I already haven't been for 3 days and I've been eating bad, so I might as well just keep that going.
yeah. Next week, I'll start again next
Yeah,
week, and
yeah,
then I
yeah,
can.
exactly. I'll restart next week. There's so much restarting,
Yeah.
and it's like
It's,
it's funny. I struggle with that so much.
um, but yeah, I was kind of at that point at a crossroads because I was doing some work with a band as well at the time. Um,
Oh, what kind of band?
sort of weird Metallica-esque metal, I would say.
What do you play?
I play drums.
Oh,
Um,
awesome.
I can play a little bit of keyboard. Um, I can also play the didgeridoo to a fairly high level, but
Holy crap.
after what Rolf Harris did, didgeridoo is just not cool anymore. You know, it's
Dude, you got to I think every blind person has to at least know one chord on the piano.
oh yeah, I play a little bit of keyboard, but
No, I know, I'm just joking, but I think because everyone's like, "Oh, you should play piano."
yeah, it wasn't so long ago, was it, that if you were a blind person, that was one of your only careers is to go around tuning people's pianos. My
Holy crap.
my grandmother's piano tuner was blind. He used to come to her
Oh, that
house with his guide dog. She lived in London, so he used to like navigate the tube and go around tuning the pianos of Londoners.
dude, I had a blind friend that had perfect pitch and I was always so jealous. Like they could just hear a note and know what it was.
See, I own guitars, but my pitch is so bad I can't even tell whether they're tuned. Like, I
Yeah, yeah, guitar is tough. When I started playing I was so bad. My dad used to call me Stone Hands and I just had
nice.
no rhythm. I didn't understand like timing.
Yeah, I wanted to be a guitarist, but it never like I'll play very occasionally for my own entertainment, but I
Yeah,
think I
but
play.
everybody's a guitarist. Being a drummer is cooler.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we could do some sort of collaboration. I'll send you some drum tracks. You put something over the top of it. We'll put it out. It'd be great.
Yeah, we got a jam. We should do it in person.
It's a bit of a commute, but if I'm if I'm ever over there or you're ever over here,
Yeah, I find I've been to the UK a few times. I've been to Warsaw, which people tell me is a scary place.
hmm, I don't know. Scary is relative. Like there are no
Yeah,
guns
they
here.
say just don't be alone there at night, mate.
Yeah, no one ever wonders what you'd be doing walking around alone at night. That in
Yeah,
itself is a bit weird. Why?
yeah.
Why would I want to walk through the park in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a good place to walk, right? Shortcut.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like people say um, places are rough, but like I said, it's relative. There's the US, people can in certain places openly carry or conceal carry guns. You just that's not even a thing here, you know?
Yeah, but have you ever heard of like in other countries they have other things like the Scottish smile? Have you heard of this?
Yeah, yeah. Newcastle smile, they call it here. But
The
yeah,
Newcastle smile.
yeah,
I cut you ear to ear, mate. That's I don't
yeah.
want to. I might rather be shot than get given the smile. You can just put me out.
Yeah. If you don't
No,
have
but
guns, you've got to
I
be a bit more
totally get it.
creative, you know?
I like how in Europe there's no guns.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was the early 90s, 92 maybe. Um, Handguns were fully banned.
Yeah,
In the UK, we had
but I hear
a
about the rough places. It's like it's it is relative. I've lived in what people would call really bad places, and I felt fine.
yeah. I mean, it's
It's you
um,
just can't go looking for trouble, and I'm sure there's bad places where it's really bad, but you just gotta walk your
yeah,
lane.
yeah, and it's harder for us to go looking for trouble, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I can't see trouble a mile away.
But oh yeah, sorry, we went on a tangent there. But tell us about the Olympics. Um,
Well, yeah, so I went to Paris for so I was gonna go to Tokyo and one tournament before the Olympics, 2 days before leaving for that tournament in practice, I tore my groin. That was rough, and I missed the Olympics. And then I was training for the Paris ones, and then tore my ACL. But I got surgery, I rehabbed a bunch, and you're supposed to wait like 8 months. But in 4 months, I got invited to the Olympics to do a demo for skateboarding with a few other adaptive skateboarders. And it was on the Olympic course during the Olympics, and it was just such a wild experience. There was like thousands of people in the stands. There was like a commentator. We were all on the course together, just skating, doing a demonstration, and all having fun. And we skated for like an hour and a half, and it was wild. Like the night it was supposed to happen, it rained out, and we weren't supposed to have like a rescheduled date. So everyone was really bummed out, and a few people had to leave the next day, but then they rescheduled a new one for the next day somehow through, whatever. They made it happen, and it was such a cool experience. We didn't think anyone would be there, and you walk out on this course and they announce your name and it's like thousands of people roaring, and it's just like it's electric.
yeah, and when I was with the band, just even like a few hundred people that are buzzing because of what you're doing. It's an absolutely indescribable feeling.
Oh yes, it totally is. Have you played big venues with the band?
I think the biggest crowd we played was 1,500, so
That's
nothing
huge.
huge, no, nothing
No,
stadium size,
that's
but
huge though. That's bigger than a small theater. That's like a big theater.
that
That's
was
crazy. That probably felt cool.
it was amazing. We did a Battle of the Bands, the South Coast. What was it called? The Devil's Roadshow Battle of the Bands
Wow.
competition, and we went out in one of the second rounds and then got a wild card to the final.
What?
Um, so we didn't win, but it was absolutely incredible,
That's
unbelievable
amazing.
experience.
Were you wearing in-ear monitors? How'd you do that with that many people?
I had a just like a a side monitor next to the kit. Um,
Yeah.
I probably could have had in-ear monitors. I didn't
I don't
really.
like in-ears. They throw me off.
Yeah.
It feels less organic too.
And there's always that tiny bit of delay with
Yeah,
any
there's
monitor
never,
system.
it's never perfect. It can't be.
No, especially where things are going more and more wireless now as well. There's always going to be more delay there with
Yeah,
digital
there's
sound
way
and
more
analog.
latency. Yeah, even with like if you put head Bluetooth headphones on, voiceover lags a little sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, especially between like AirPods are fine, but it's
Yeah, they are
like,
because it's an Apple product, I
yeah,
think.
I think Apple have put in some kind of thing that make because I've got the Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Okay.
Do you know about those with the
Yes, I've never used them, but I've heard of them.
they're really good. Like um it's you can use a similar features to like seeing AI. You know about the
Uh-huh.
term, yeah?
Yeah, I use that.
You can just, but it's all built into the glasses, so you've got them all the time.
Yeah.
So you can just say, "What am I looking at?" basically, and
Oh, that's amazing. Read your mail, read
yeah,
your yeah, your spices, everything.
it's just it. To be honest, it's not too different to taking your phone, just taking your phone out and doing it. But like, I'm not wearing them now. They ran out of battery. I usually wear them when I'm recording because so I can ask them stuff. But um,
Oh, it
it
works like that too. You can get info, like, you know,
yeah,
look up.
it uses face Meta's AI engine. So
Is there like a chat GBT feature?
it doesn't use it's the same sort of thing, but it's
Yeah,
whatever Meta's AI is called. I can't remember.
right.
Um, so you
That's
can ask
cool.
it to look stuff up for you or whatever. Um, and I worked. Have you heard of an app called PickyBot?
No.
It's like, again, it's like seeing AI and those kind of things, but it can do video descriptions as well. Um, and it will take into account the audio from the video as well. So it gives you a really, really deep contextual description of what's happening in the video.
Oh, that's very cool.
I worked with the guy who made it to get it integrated with the glasses through WhatsApp. So he set up the servers so you can tell your Meta glasses to send a video clip to PickyBot, assuming you've saved PickyBot in your contacts,
Hmm.
and it will take a 15-second video, send it over WhatsApp, and then the server sends a audio described version of the video back to you within a minute, it's about 30 seconds. Um, and like will describe it almost in real time, which is
That's amazing. What do you think about audio description on videos? On like sorry, on like TV shows and movies?
um we usually have it on, like my child, my wife,
Are
fully
they
sighted.
blind?
No,
Oh,
fully,
they're sighted.
but they have it on for me. It's useful.
I think it's amazing these days. I used to not like it. Like 10 years ago, it was terrible, if you ask me. It would like block certain like you know, dialogue from the show. It would like cut over things. I think now it's like very well done. And it
Yeah,
really it keeps you engaged in the film.
it's certainly better, much better than it used to be.
I, I didn't realize how much stuff I miss on a show if it's not on. Like
Yeah,
a facial expression or like them putting something down or something very crucial to the storyline too.
I remember sitting down with my family to watch Castaway. Is it Castaway with
Yes, Wilson.
yeah, but that's it. That's
Yeah,
that's the
all
only
you get
words.
is a Wilson. I saw that in theaters with my mom, and I think I fell asleep.
That's the only words in
You
Castaway until he
only get
gets off the
Wilson.
island.
I know you have no idea what is happening, and you hear like waves and wind
Yeah,
and stuff, and you're just like, they must be in water.
yeah. What is going on?
Yeah, I hate when you have to ask someone like every 5 seconds, what's happening? What's happening?
But I assume there must be an audio described version of it now, but there
There's
wasn't when
gotta
I,
be.
yeah,
There's gotta be.
I'll find it and I'll watch it and then I'll know
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
story.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you what happens to them. I just know it's a volleyball with a face on it, I think.
Yeah, I know. I know he gets stranded on the island, um, but that's about it. I couldn't tell
That's
you any more
funny.
about it. And the ball
Yeah.
ended up floating away, which is why he's shouting Wilson.
Yeah.
But that's, that's all I know about
That's
Castaway.
so funny.
Uh,
Have you ever seen The Blind Comedian from UK?
oh yeah. What's his name? Chris. He did Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
his name.
I think it's
He,
Chris.
it is Chris, but I can't
Yeah,
remember his.
he's
McCausland.
funny.
Chris McCausland.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He won the dancing thing as well.
he won.
Yeah. Yeah. He won.
Oh wow. I am
See,
not a dancer.
no, nor am I. And I'm a little bit
No,
disappointed in Chris because I was hiding behind I can't dance, I'm blind. And he's kind of
yeah.
ruined
Now
that
it's
for me. Yeah.
yeah. I thought we all were under the same thing
Yeah.
here. We don't dance,
I thought that was an agreement and
dude.
yeah.
These kids have all these dance moves nowadays. I don't know if you. I gotta do a video of you like telling me someone telling me a dance move and then me trying to interpret what I think it is.
That might be
Because
fun.
I have no idea what dance moves are.
Uh,
I've
um,
always
I,
wanted to do like a dance class, but I'm always too embarrassed.
I did a live stream the other day and someone said, "Oh, can you draw?" And I'm like, "No, really not." Um, and they kept saying, like, "Oh, you should try and do a self-portrait of what you think you
Oh,
look like."
that's
And
so funny.
I'm not going to do this. And then in the end, I said, "Okay, if I get, I think I said 10 super chats, which are like, yeah, you know what super chats are, like paid messages in the live stream. I'll have a go. I'll do it on the live stream." And they did it in, I think,
Oh
about
my
five
God.
minutes. So now I have to do a live stream. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like,
That's amazing. I know I've done a few drawing videos. I grew up around art. My mom's an artist and she actually started an art program in the school for the blind that I went to. And I used to do art all the time. I actually won a few like nationwide contests.
that's
I don't know
crazy.
how. Yeah.
Um,
I
I'm
love
not.
art.
Yeah, I've kind of. I used to do a lot of, like 3D art.
Yeah, like
At
paper
school.
mache is cool.
Yeah,
Stuff like
wireframe
that.
stuff or
Yeah,
clay.
sculptures.
Yeah, but drawing no. And now I've got to do this. I've got to draw a picture of what I think I look like
That's
because
so funny. I'm doing this. I want to do this too. That's so funny. I think I could draw myself. I
I
think
have.
I would
I
draw a good version of myself.
see. I don't even know where to begin. But I have a couple of friends who are artists, so I'm thinking of maybe making a thing. I'll do it instead of doing it as a live stream. I'll do it as a video. So I'll have a go first, and then maybe take a lesson or two with
One of your friends.
one of my artist friends, and then like, have another go when I know what I'm doing.
That would be great.
Uh, so, what have you got coming up? What are you?
I have coming up. I'm going to my buddy Dan's house in Michigan, who I actually host a podcast with. It's called Four Bad Eyes Podcast, and he just built the first ever uh, blind adaptive skate park in his backyard, and we're gonna skate. He's a professional skateboarder, and it's amazing what he did. It's like this skate park with these long features, so you can set up as long as you want, and everything's pretty, blind friendly, and it's really it's such a oh man, it's a blast getting to skate it. And he's like one of my best friends, so it's good spending time with him. And then I have to go speak in June. I'm going to the it's called the Braille Institute here does a thing called the Braille Challenge, and it's like nationwide, and the it's like the end of the year ceremony, like awards and stuff, and I'm the keynote speaker, so I'm going out to California then, and have to go to Ohio for another camp where I'm helping out and speaking and stuff, and just been working on recording a bunch of music lately, trying to get an EP together this year.
What sort of stuff do you do?
A lot of like, I do electric stuff with like people, but it's a lot of like solo acoustic stuff, like folk, blues, you know, kind of that style.
Cool. You looking to release something? Yeah, you said, sorry, you can do an EP. So
Yeah, so like maybe 5 songs put together. I just want to kind of get them recorded well. Recording's a whole nother animal than playing. It's crazy.
yeah, I did an EP back in the day. We just went to a studio and had them record it. But then
Yeah, I
it
don't
kind
have
of got
money for that.
I can't I think my yeah, I think my mum paid for it back in the day. Because we were like, I
Nice.
think we were 15 or 16, and she wanted us to have, because we were all finishing school and going off to college and stuff, and we weren't sure whether we were going to carry on or whatnot. So she wanted us to have something like a record of
Oh,
stuff
that's
we'd
so
done. Yeah.
cool.
So she paid for us to have a couple of days in the recording studio,
That's
which was great
amazing.
fun. And then we recorded stuff probably 10 years later. But the guitarist and lead singer set up like a little home recording studio in his loft, um, which is
Uh,
much cheaper.
yeah, definitely cheaper. That's awesome. Yeah, I like soundproofed this whole room I'm in right now and tried to do the best I could. I did all by myself, and then I have a friend who will come over and kind of work the mics while I play, and then he'll do some of the post production stuff. But
That's
it's
cool.
hard deciding. I'm like, do I want to add, piano to this? Do I want to add drums? Do I want something else? It would change the vibe completely. But it's just like there's so many ways you can go.
What I'm looking for at the moment is a decent small mixer that I can plug it like analog mics into and have a digital output to the computer, but something with physical dials, you know. Um,
I have
but
that.
what do you have?
Um,
What do you have?
it's a Yamaha M20 or something. I gotta look.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, fantastic. Um,
I don't do
so
the digital output, but I'm 95% sure it has that capability because I have to get mixers that are analog as well, like all dials.
yeah, I bought one because it had good reviews, and I don't know why I didn't think about it, but it was just all touchscreen. I'm like,
Yep,
well,
that's the
this is no
biggest
good to
problem with
me.
all the mixers now. It's all touch. And if it's not all touchscreen, one key feature of it is touchscreen.
Yeah.
Is
Or
this for podcasting or recording music?
podcasting, but if I have a decent mixer as well, I want to do some music as well. Um, I have an
Oh, okay. Because
idea.
I was gonna say they have um the Rode one. What is it called? It's like the podcasting studio. It's like very simple. If there is touchscreen on it, but if you have someone set up the touchscreen once, you don't have to touch it again.
Okay, cool.
And then
I might-
there's like um there's sound like there's sound buttons, you can like the sound pad, like a little soundboard that are all tactile. And then it's sliders for the mic volumes and stuff, and headphone volume is like a knob, and it's really easy. And
Okay.
you hook it up to your computer just with a USB-C.
I use the wireless Rode Go to mics for podcasting, and
How do you like them?
I think, well, this is it now.
You find if you yell, it will like blow out.
I don't tend to shout, but
I'm a shouter.
um, I don't know. I think it's a nice clean sound. It usually comes out well on videos and stuff.
You have
I
to
think
use an app with it.
you no, you can just plug it in. There is an app, but there's also an iPhone app. Um, so you can buy a cable and plug it into the iPhone, and the iPhone app is much more accessible if you want to
Yeah.
change like the gain or whatever. I mean, the Mac app is fairly accessible as well, and you need that if because it records as well in itself.
Yeah.
It creates a backup. So if you lose wireless connection or whatever,
Oh,
um,
that's nice.
you've still got a proper version that you can extract from the mic. You can't get that off the microphone with the phone, so you need the app,
Yeah.
the Mac or the PC app for that. But everything else you can set up on just by plugging it into the phone.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, I use one called like a DJI or something. I don't know what it's called, but they're these really nice. It's clip-on mic, but it also like has a magnet you can put through your shirt if you want to place it somewhere else.
okay.
It's nice. Yeah, and then it has the thing that plugs in your phone, like the receiver. And it comes with all the connections. It's nice. Uh, I've I used to use this Shure mic that just plugged right into the iPhone, but now that there's new iPhones, it's like they didn't upgrade the mic, so can't use it. But I liked that one because you would just point and shoot on the phone.
You can probably get an adapter for that.
Yeah, it's sat on your phone though, which was nice, and I don't think it would now. The way they
Oh,
designed
okay.
it now is like a wire.
So it's a challenge because I think wired microphones always sound better, but uh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty absent-minded and I'll get up and move and stuff.
Yeah.
uh, Especially with headphones. I used to get through so many headphones.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
so I just use AirPods now. It's like you get up and walk off to the coffee machine or whatever, and you're not pulling your laptop on the floor because you're an idiot, you
Oh yeah. I totally know.
know? So whilst you're here, is there anything? I mean, you have a much bigger internet presence than I do, but is there anything you want to plug? Do you have your channels, your TikToks or whatever? And I'll put them in.
Everything's on you could just go to asfvision.com and then if you look up Anthony Ferraro in anywhere you like stream music, you can hear I only have 2 songs up right now, but I'm working on a lot more. And then just the film is a shot in the dark. It's free on Tubi or you can watch it on Amazon or I think Apple TV and Google Play. And then last thing is the Four Bad Eyes podcast, anywhere you stream podcasts.
Okay. I'll put some links in the video description for anybody who wants to check those out.
Awesome.
But
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me too. It's really awesome what you're doing. And congrats on all the YouTube success. That's amazing. It's so exciting.
it is. I mean, when I started doing it, I never thought I'd get anywhere outside of just my friends checking up to see what I was doing, you know. But
Yeah. No, it's wild when it starts happening. It just starts happening, you know? Um, and I, I'll tell you right now, don't stop because you'll end up with one of these little things. I have one of these like 100K YouTube plaque thing.
oh, have you
Uh,
got the play button? My
yeah, the play button and it has Braille on it.
that's incredible.
It
My
was,
child is like, you've got to get the play button. You've got to get the play button.
oh my gosh, yes. You know, it's funny when they sent me the play button, I did like an unboxing and there was no Braille on it, but I was so excited. I didn't care. I didn't think that would be a thing. And then all these people were like, "Why did they put Braille on it? That's messed up." It got like 15 million views. And then uh the next one they sent had Braille on it and I did an unboxing and I went to read the Braille and the Braille just wiped away with my finger. And and then they sent another one. So that one got millions of views. And then they said, because everyone was following this story now, you know? And the next one they sent was the braille was perfect, and I was so excited. And my wife was like, "They spelt your name wrong. It says Anthoy." And I was like, Anthoy, and then that went super viral, and then they finally sent the right one.
So you actually have like 5 play buttons now.
Yeah, I gave
That's
one to
pretty.
my cousin for his garage. He has like the Anthoy one. It's so funny. Yeah, but I have a few of them. I'm trying to get the million one.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Not
I'd
about
love that. Love to
I
have the
know.
100,000 one. That'd be
Not
that'd be
about
fantastic.
730 right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're around 3,500, so a little way to
Dude,
go.
you
But
watch it's once it starts, it doesn't stop though. You're just gonna keep going, so don't stop. And you've created such a library of content for people to go watch, which is amazing.
yeah, there's probably something for everyone on the channel. To be
Yeah.
fair,
No,
um,
it's awesome. You're at like the best part because it's like it's so nice. I know it doesn't feel like it maybe be that like the start of it all, but it's so exciting and it's just you just got to keep going.
yeah, we just got monetized last week, so
It's such a cool feeling.
yeah, it's like YouTube have to give me money now, and it's like
Yeah, yeah.
£1.50 a video or something, but it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
exactly. No, it's not much, but it could add up, you never know.
I think my biggest video has got 10,000 views. So
On
um,
long form, right?
yeah, that's
That's
an hour
amazing.
and hour and 12 minutes long. It's
That's really amazing.
it's a cooking video, and I got my boss, um, the guy I write for, Simon Whistler. He wore a blindfold in his kitchen. He lives in Prague, and I cooked in my kitchen. Um, and we did like a collaboration. He cooked the same thing as me whilst I was giving him instructions, and he did it blindfold. And it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That sounds so fun.
I'll send you a link. You can check it out.
Yeah, please do. I love cooking videos.
But yeah, absolutely. I've had so much fun, and I really, really appreciate you coming on.
Oh,
You're
my
welcome
pleasure.
back anytime. Uh,
Yeah,
just give me. You got my number now. You drop me a WhatsApp or whatever.
definitely. Same here.
But yeah, thanks again, and
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dave. One love.
uh, for everybody still watching, like, comment, subscribe. Check out Anthony's stuff, which will be linked in the comment section, and we will see you again soon.